parents took care of our stay here in San Antonio, Texas. So thank you so much, Mom and Dad. We really appreciate it. This is the San Antonio Riverwalk, also known as Paseo del Rio. It's one of the landmarks of the city and is located in the heart of downtown. This is a perfect place for shopping, sightseeing, and restaurants.
Way back in the 1800s. And back then, you know, San Antonio was much smaller, and people would kind of come from all around to this mercantile, buy their goods, and then be sent on their merry way.
So we're not going down to the bar now.
Alright guys, dig it.
Take a couple pictures, yeah.
Oh yeah, take the pictures, then dig it.
No,
So yeah, we're not going to the bar right now. I wish we were, because it is really cool. When I went in there, it's like so dark and cool. I had to use like my phone flashlight to see the menu, but it's like, it's got a really cool sort of vibe to it, and the cocktails are really fancy and delicious. It's a really cool thing. Most people don't know that this is even here, so it's just a cool place to check out if you guys aren't doing anything tonight, or if you have a free evening sometime during your stay. It's pretty awesome.
It's got a little bit of a bite to it. A little spicy, huh?
You've done this
Yeah.
before.
No, not at all.
It's not like thin
It
sliced
is.
deli ham is what I was trying to, I guess, get across. The ham,
Like a
well, it should be.
cake.
Yeah,
Alright, got it.
a thicker sort of ham, and it does vary from time to time, but usually it's the thicker sort of ham.
Okay.
All right, so is everybody taking a bite yet? Not yet. Okay.
The chips is a little spicy.
Yes.
Let's
that
get
is
into
that,
it, huh?
San-
Boulangerie. Did I pronounce that right? Thank you. What's your name, sir? Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Guys, go ahead, crack on into that, please.
Thank you.
So
I might
colorful.
as well- I might as well like try it.
Twist your arm.
I guess.
Did you?
Since we're here, since I have an extra one, it would be a shame to let them waste. I love it. Thank you. Oh, yes. Cracking that sugar. Yes, guys, dig on in.
How is it fun?
Oh, yeah. Tasting portion is a bit of a stretch, actually. This is not an amuse-bouche. This is it's close.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like Houston, to come here and sit in air conditioning for an hour and a half while I watched a movie, which, like, seriously, I get it. I would do it too. And it's beautiful inside. See that? It's really cool. But you can peek inside, and that's wow. Oh, I know, right? It's gorgeous.
Whoa,
What in the world?
that is just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right here, yeah, they've got a picture of the stage, the inside right here. So you can see this blue part, that's like the actual wall, and you see this like ornate, like all this, it's away from the wall, so it makes you feel like you're in a stadium.
Hey guys, here, take a selfie.
Oh my goodness.
Because it changes everything. Yeah, so take those pictures, squirt your lime, try the habanero sauce if you'd like, and then dig in. There's no wrong way to eat this. You can do it with a fork, you can just like unhinge your jaw like a snake and just put the whole thing in there, whatever you prefer. Yeah, so It's a cheap way to get around downtown without having to like call an Uber, without having to walk. But 1,500 scooters is way too many. Way too many. So they do still have them, and they're really, really fun to ride and get from place to place. And now they've actually expanded, and they're all the way up, like where I live, outside of the downtown loop.
So nice in here. Huh? It's so funny. Yeah.
The end, right there. Yeah.
You're a fearless leader. You get the hat. You get the hat.
How about one of you take a croissant, you take a croissant, you take a concha, you take a concha.
Okay.
It's the best way to do it.
You want vanilla or chocolate?
It doesn't matter because we'll share.
Do one of each.
One of each?
Yeah, you can throw one of them on my plate, one on his.
Yep.
Thank you.
Everybody wants to try everything today.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Don't forget to take the pictures, guys. Yeah. Don't forget to take the pictures. Thanks, guys. Like I said, these are not tasting portions here. Yes, no, it really is. They make fresh batches for us every day. It's awesome. Proving resting of the dough, and the dough here is rested for a minimum of 48 hours, which that's a long time. That's a long time. Now, I don't know if you guys are too familiar with baking, but proving is when the gluten in the bread rests.
Okay.
Right? So if the longer you prove, obviously the longer the gluten in the bread has to rest. So when I first heard that they rested their dough here for 48 hours, I was like, oh my god, what do you mean they rested for 48 hours? But because I thought that structurally, like molecularly, that just wouldn't work in my head. But the result is this bun that it has like an almost cotton candy-like texture.
It is very soft, you know?
Yes, exactly. So super, super fluffy. Also here they use only European butter. So the main difference between European butter and American butter is...
Those almond croissants, because those are so good.
yeah. Why not?
So I was at 2 a.m. in the morning trying to baking them, and I was checking on my notes, and I realized that their formula, the recipe that I had, comes with rum, rum the beverage. But it was 2 a.m. in the morning, and I had no rum at all. So I just looked around the kitchen, and I had a bottle of tequila. I just thought, like this is a good idea. I'm gonna drop it off. I drop off the whole bottle. I have a teacher when I was in my first culinary on the Cordon Bleu, and he told me like never be shy with alcohol.
Oh.
So I didn't. And then I didn't say a word next day. I was kind of worried about it. People love it. It was a top seller, and it has been the top seller since then. Now we have tours coming just to try it. So it's a pretty good one. Concha is a good one too. It's one of my favorite ones. That's the Mexican coffee bun, like the national coffee bun. We try to put it, and I try to make it kind of different. So I make some formulas from some Italian and French pastries, and I combine it with the Mexican recipes with the concha. I think they're amazing. They're one of my favorites ones. I'm always chasing for the perfect one, so I still don't have the perfect one, but I hope one day I can get that perfection that I have in my head,
I think
It's perfect for
I
me.
think you've reached the perfection. It's divine. It's otherworldly.
Yeah.
I think a lot about that, so sometimes I can't sleep just thinking about it, or it's my life and it's something that I really enjoy. So when you do that, like, and you are so true to that thing, then you always find like you can do it better, you know. But when you try to move those limits, it's not that easy. There's things on the formula that doesn't work that easy, you know. But still, I have a few things that I want to try with and move a little bit ahead with time, you know. There's certain partners I said you can't move that fast. Not like, okay, let's make some tests and tomorrow it's gonna happen, you know. You need to find certain adjustments, you know. And besides that, we're on production all the time, so it's not easy to change everything. But anything, it is working out. The last change that I made it is like I moved the fermentation from 48 to 72 hours, you know, in order to make it longer, in order to get a better flavor and a stronger structure. It's still softer, you know, but it's still working and trying to find the perfect one, you know.
Well, I look forward to coming back and seeing, you know, what's changed next time I'm here.
I really appreciate you coming, okay?
Thank
very
you
much for
so
your time.
much.
Good to see you.
If you have any questions, just let me know, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So this big, beautiful hotel right over there, that is the Emily Morgan. So it's supposedly one of the most haunted hotels in the entire United States. And it was not a hotel, it was a Center for Medical Arts. It was a hospital. There are 13 floors, which is unusual for a hotel, but as it started as a hospital, not that weird. A little bit far away, but if you look very closely, you can see some really, really cool things. So above the second floor, and then I believe above the 11th floor, you'll see all these faces. Alright, those are called grotesques, and a grotesque is basically a gargoyle that doesn't spout water. Alright, so it's just a little, kind of like a statue, kind of like a bust, I don't know, it's not a grotesque. So you'll see very, very detailed. The faces at the bottom, they all have little kind of like smiles on their faces, and then the ones at the top, they have bandages around their heads. So I guess the thought behind this was, when you're up in the hospital, right, you're sick, you've got the bandages on your face, if that, you know, if you've got the mumps or whatever, I don't know. But you're sick when you go in, and then as you're leaving, you're happy because you're healthy.
Okay.
Yeah, so kind of cool.
We have private events,
my
dinners, weddings, big convention city, so you get a lot of people that are entertaining clients. So this is a real crowd pleaser. I heard somebody, I think, commented when you first came in about all the wine that you saw when you first came in. Well, see all the wine that you see up there, that's just strictly stuff that we sell by the glass. That doesn't sit up there very long, a couple of weeks, usually max. Anything that we sell by the bottle is climate controlled, so we come down in the cellar and actually grab it. It is a functioning cellar too, so the good thing is a lot of times when we get wine delivered to us, we don't have to, or we order wine, specific wines, we don't have to automatically put it on our wine list and sell it immediately, because what we can do is we can let it sit down, rest, mature, and pull it out a few years later when the wine's actually gotten better. And in a lot of cases, nobody else has that wine anymore because they're forced to put it on their list and sell it almost immediately. So,
Gosh.
Very, and this is the temperature. You're not.
We keep it here, yes.
You're not controlling. I mean,
We occasionally when we have parties, but we don't heat it up by any means. We might turn that off for like an hour or two to let it warm up. But we have to protect the wine because there's a substantial inventory down here, and it is a functioning wine cellar, so we don't want to compromise, you know, the bottles of wines that are aging down here.
Sure, that makes sense.
This is great.
Where do your wines come from?
We have from all over the world. We do Old World and New World. Now, our sister restaurant, I don't know if you've heard of it, it's called Boudreaux's. They're on the Riverwalk. They do predominantly domestic wines, probably about 90% California. The rest are going to be Texas, Washington, Oregon. We have New World and Old World. So we have, of course, we're going to have California, Texas, Washington, Oregon, Australian, Spanish, Italian, French, German. So we have probably a broader wine list as far as choices or options for you. So
How are y'all doing today? Pretty great?
Good.
We are on a nice tour.
Yes.
Enjoying the day.
Yes, with an extremely knowledgeable guide.
Very nice. That always helps.
We're very fortunate.
Awesome. Okay, so to start off with, we do 1 whole avocado, the key ingredient.
Do the avocados come from San Antonio or nearby, or?
Oh,
It's pretty nearby.
Yeah.
pretty nearby.
Yeah. 5 hours away. I think
Yeah, it's
from
not
us.
very far.
Pretty close.
And we do a quarter of an orange.
Quarter, a quarter.
Orange.
Now that's
That's the one. That's what I'm talking
That
about.
one,
Oh,
avocado,
okay.
actually, yeah.
yeah, really. I've never
Half of a lime.
That fork trick, I learned it from here, and
Key.
it's
Yeah.
so
It changes
crucial.
your life.
like you get busting those membranes, you get like an unbelievable amount of juice.
Yeah.
You stick the fork in the.
This is
Oh.
my favorite ingredient. This is fire roasted Roma tomatoes and serrano peppers. They do over a pecan mesquite wood, so they have a nice smoky flavor to them. Wow. If you want to kind of dupe this at home, the closest thing you're going to get is from Trader Joe's. They have fire roasted tomatoes with green chilies in a can. Pretty
Really?
close, yeah.
Joe's does. Very interesting.
And then red Bermuda onion, and then cilantro.
Love this.
Love cilantro.
Pretty simple. Then we kind of just toss everything together.
And then you said that it comes in a can. I'm just
This one doesn't. We make
No, no,
this.
no, the
Yeah,
one
and
at
that- the
Trader
one at
Joe's,
Trader
right.
Joe's does. Yes.
so bizarre. But whatever. Okay.
Right.
You can tell you guys it's a secret ingredient.
The orange. Yes, the orange.
Start over
I'm
here,
gonna,
Gil.
you go right ahead. I'm gonna be right with you.
If you
Let's share.
enjoy, yeah.
Scoop a couple on the plate.
Uh-huh.
Got it. Yes. So it's almost it is guacamole, but it's almost like I don't know, like an avocado salad.
Mmm.
What